love my finals footy.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Adam. A spectacular start to spring, but how's this week shaping up? Lauren Kempe joins us next with your Hunter weather details.
A help company would get people back on their feet, make complicated stuff simple, and even try to predict the unpredictable. So that's what we're doing at RMA Insurance, a help company.
NBN News Rewind, proudly brought to you by Port Waratah Coal Services. Supporting local, employing local. It's who we are.
Now to our weekly Rewind series. Tonight, we're taking you back to 1963 and the commemoration of the Battle of the Coral Sea. United States destroyer USS Somers berths at Meriwether Street Wharf, Newcastle Harbour.
Hello and welcome aboard. We have been invited to take part in the annual celebration marking the historic victory in 1942.
The American crew joined Australians from HMAS Hawke and HMAS Snipe for the march along Hunter Street. NBN cameraman John Longworth filmed from atop the news car to capture this historic occasion. It was just 21 years since the World War II battle in which Imperial Japanese forces aimed to seize Port Moresby, giving them a strategic base to threaten Australia. Both sides suffered heavy losses, but the Allies managed to repel the enemy. On this day in May 1963, tributes were paid to those that made the supreme sacrifice. Locals watched on as Americans and Australians stood side by side to remember the heroes of the Battle of the Coral Sea.
Transform your home into a haven with cool, pure, clean air, creating a world of perfect comfort. Take your home to the next level with the Air Specialists.
Well, a big happy Father's Day to all the dads, including my own. Sunshine was the treat of the day, and it's been a very warm and windy start to spring with cyclonic strength winds lashing parts of the country's southeast this weekend and very hot daytime maximums north of Sydney. Well, once again, heavy rain has hit Tassie. Widespread falls of 40 to 50 mils recorded in western parts of the state in the last 24 hours, falling in swollen catchments, and there's now a list of flood warnings in place there. Light showers were also seen in Victoria, southwest WA, but it does remain dry across New South Wales, the interior and most of Queensland. Blue skies for most of Australia at the moment. Cloud should begin to clear in the southeast as a low moves towards the Tasman, but the synoptic chart paints a much better picture of just how powerful this system has been and should continue to be for at least the next day or so. Check out the isobars here. They're practically on top of each other around Victoria and Tasmania, which basically translates to fierce winds. Gusts over 100 k's an hour recorded in some areas yesterday. The remnants of a pair of cold fronts and associated troughs are slowly being pushed east by high pressure, but we're not in the clear just yet. Strong winds should reach us again tomorrow. Scorching daytime maximums on the cards for the sunny state. We're looking at a top of 33 degrees in Brisbane, basically matching conditions in Broome and Darwin. Strong winds in Sydney getting up to 25, 10 degrees less south of there though, thanks to lingering low pressure. Another warm one in the Hunter today, and didn't the winds pick up 70 k an hour wind gusts recorded at Nobbies this afternoon. Not confined to the coast though, with over 60 k's an hour in parts of the upper Hunter. Strong norwesterlies set to continue tomorrow, 30 to 40 k's an hour from the coast out to the valley. High pressure will keep things dry, and there is the heat yet again, topping out at 25 degrees at Woy Woy, 26 the top at Toronto, 27 in Newcastle. Conditions definitely worth keeping an eye on as we head further inland, with the mercury getting up to 26 in Maitland as well, 25 at Tocal and 25 the top in Scone. Taking a look at coastal conditions, potentially dangerous along some parts of the coast tomorrow. As that new swell moves on in, we do have a gale force wind warning, 4 metre seas and a 3 metre swell. High tide at 8 in the morning, the low around 1:30 in the afternoon. Sun to rise at 6:08, setting at 5:38. Wind affected in Newcastle tomorrow and a top of 27 degrees. A slight southerly change, cooling temps on Tuesday and Wednesday before early spring heat returns later in the week. Much the same in Scone this week, with a sunnier stretch midweek, and the cool change will really be felt on the central coast this Tuesday. Then sunshine and calm winds to bump temperatures almost 10 degrees through to Friday. And taking a look at the surf across our local beaches today, it was a little bit wind affected at Meriwether, and we can expect these conditions to turn even more wind affected tomorrow with a gale force wind warning. So, Jane, some potentially strong gusts on the way tomorrow.
Okay, thank you for the warning. At least we had a nice day today for the dads.
For sure.
Thank you, Lauren. And that is NBN News for this Sunday. Thanks for your company from all the NBN News team here. Good night.